there was a report that I stumbled into that spoke about the dangers of hacking in this kind of environment, where a patient has some sort of device that is on them or implanted in them that is communicating their vital signs to a system that's designed to watch out for them, to see the early signs of a heart attack or a stroke. Well, if someone hacks into that system and plays with those signals, then instead of an alarm going off, everyone thinks, oh, the patient is fine, and the heart attack comes or the stroke comes. And what I'm trying to suggest here is, just as much as there are privacy issues that are involved here, there are also issues of life and death that are going to come into play here. And we need to begin to think about this and design an overall infrastructure that allows this technology to be used for our benefit, not our detriment. The field of genomics and the field of information technology are really very much entwined. If you go all the way back to the 1960s with the development of integrated electronics and watch that develop, and then also over that same period of time watch the field of genomics develop, you'll see that those two fields have become very much entwined. And I mention this because one of the controversies that has grown over the last decade or so is the insurability of patients, of not patients, but of individuals who are perfectly healthy today, the insurability of those individuals who may have something in their genomes that suggests that they're susceptible to some sort of disease. And what is the impact of that on the insurability of that individual in the long run? The place where iChasm technology comes into play is that internet cloud apps technology is the conduit, it's the information conduit over which this information about a patient's genome flows. Again, hacking into systems and changing an individual's genome as seen by an insurer becomes an issue. Every new technology that comes into the field of medicine always has a risk of not being used either properly or being used for something for which it wasn't intended. And whenever you have that kind of question, whenever you have that kind of issue, the questions about tort liability become really significant. There's so much that needs to be discussed and considered with respect to how this technology will intersect with our very significant system for handling tort liability with respect to the practice of medicine. So it's a very far-reaching question, and one which we really need to begin to think about so that we can have answers to these questions before the technology gets ahead of us.